I know nobody has told you this, so I'm going to hold your hand when I say being nice is not a personality trait. It is actually a symptom of something larger, which is self-abandonment. You say yes when you want to say no. That's why you are always tired, because you are doing too much. You are doing everything for everybody else and doing nothing for yourself. In today's video, I am going to break down how to actually set boundaries with other people without feeling guilty about it. It is a 4-step program, and let's get into it. Number one, you are going to have to be clear about what you are protecting. Is it your family? Is it your energy? Is it your time? Is it your space? Is it, I don't know what it is, but you have to be clear about it. You have to name it. We have to realize that setting boundaries is not you building walls to keep everybody out. It is actually you building fences to protect what is inside. And that's why you need to name what you are protecting. Because without knowing why you are setting the boundary, it becomes that much harder. But as soon as you realize what you are protecting and actually put a name to it, all of a sudden saying no becomes 10 times easier, because it's not about you saying no to a person. It is actually you saying yes to something bigger. The second thing is to use the clear plus kind formula. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. They either ghost people or go on a rampage over explaining why they are saying no. But it can actually be easy. And there is a 3-step formula to that. 1, appreciation. 2, boundary. And 3, giving an alternative. That is if you want. So for example, if your boundary is about you not picking calls after 10 p.m., the way to relay it with this formula will be, I appreciate you so much, but I do not pick calls after 10 p.m. Can we talk about this in the morning? 1, you appreciated the person. 2, you stated your boundary. And 3, you gave them an alternative, which is to speak in the morning. Or for example, if your friends keep inviting you out to parties and you are not the kind of person who enjoys that, because there can be a lot of pressure with young people when it comes to, peer pressure. So instead of, blowing out on them, you can use this formula by saying something along the lines of, oh, thank you so much for inviting me, but I do not do parties. How about we have dinner next week? That sounds so much better than you just ghosting them. You can use this formula in any way you want to use it. Actually, the alternative part is if you want, but the first 2 things, which is appreciation and stating your boundaries, is enough. You don't have to go as far as suggesting something else. The 3rd step of this is to expect pushback, but still hold the line anyway. The thing is, the first time you say no, people are going to be surprised. Some will even go as far as guilt tripping you. They'll say something along the lines of, wow, you've changed, or isn't that a bit dramatic? Or you always do this for us. Why are you changing it now? First thing you are going to do is to 1, do not jade. And jade is an acronym for justify, argue, defend, or explain. You don't have to justify your boundary. 2, you do not have to argue for your boundaries. And 3, you do not have to defend it. And 4, you do not have to explain yourself to anybody. And again, you have to repeat your boundary once. Just repeat it once by saying, as I said, I do not pick calls after 10 p.m. Or say something like, well, I told you I do not party, and that is it. You do not have to, as I said, jade, justify, argue, defend, or explain. And the 3rd thing is to follow through with action. If your boundary is to not pick calls after 10 p.m. and you relay this message to this person and they keep calling you around that time, do not pick up. Call them back in the morning. They are not dying. It's not an emergency. You do not have to participate in this back and forth. Hold your line firmly. Because one thing about people, they are going to test your boundaries. But once they realize that you are serious about it, the right people will respect you for it at the end of the day. The last but not the least is to start small and reward yourself. You have to start with one boundary instead of 10. You do not wake up one morning and become the boundary queen. That is how you end up burning yourself out, actually. So instead of 10 boundaries, because I know that we want to change our lives overnight, but start small. Start with one thing. For example, not going on your phone after 10 p.m., which is a personal boundary for me, and actually sticking to it. And whenever you end up doing the thing, whenever you hold that boundary, whether with yourself or someone else, pat yourself on the back. Even if it's physically, right? Pat yourself on the back, because that is a huge thing you've done. So as I said, pick one boundary, stick to it, and then acknowledge yourself for sticking to it. It is that simple. It doesn't have to be a big deal. We have to realize that setting boundaries is not selfish, not at all. It is actually you being responsible with your life. Because what is the point of you pouring from an empty cup? You will dry out. And then what? The people you are trying to help, the people you are trying to say yes to, if you keep saying yes to them, you will dry out and you cannot help them anyway. So how about you set boundaries in place which fills your cup so that you can fill other people's cups? Let me repeat it. It is not selfish to set boundaries. It is actually responsible. It is you being responsible for your life. Let me tell you what you will get if you do not set boundaries in your life. You will not be able to reach your goals because, first of all, your time belongs to everybody else but yourself. You will grow resentful of the people in your life because they are going for the things they want in their life while you are just giving your time and energy to everybody else but you. At the end of the day, you are the one who loses. So I hope and pray that with everything I've said in this video, this week you are able to set a boundary for yourself and actually stick to it. Let me know in the comments just one boundary that you are going to set for yourself this week. Because mine is, as I said, not going on my phone after 10 p.m. So you let me know in the comments so that we can keep each other accountable. Share this video with someone who needs it. The motive for this channel is to help everybody live a life that their 8-year-old self would be proud of. I want this channel to be where you come when you want to learn about trusting yourself, developing yourself, and all that. So subscribe if that's the kind of thing you are interested in. I'll see you in my next video. My name is Shahida. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.